Welcome back to TechCast Series 5, Episode 2. So, some big news for podcast listeners that don't watch us on YouTube. I've gone full-time content creator.
Yeah, you're saying in the Discord you've gone completely full-time as a content creator.
Yep, full-time. So, for next 5 months, I hope to grow the channel to at least 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Like, you're already at what, like almost at 300 or something?
333 at the moment. So it's possible. But even if I got to 500, that would be a step up.
Yeah,
I'm sure. At the moment.
I'm sure you can get to 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, how fast did Saren do it? He did it in like 4 weeks.
How he got monetized within 8? Was it like within 8 months or something?
Yeah,
less than 8 months.
Yeah, so he's definitely able. Like, it's definitely possible.
Yeah,
and I've been stepping up the quality of my recordings lately and stuff like that. And
yeah, I've been seeing. Yeah,
I finally got myself all set up. So now I actually just have to turn on the light here, turn on a switch, and just start recording. It's actually that simple. It all goes into OBS. I don't have to deal with SD cards. And I'm just, it's so great.
Okay, so I have to go in, put up the tripod, put on the camera, turn on. I'm still debate. I have turned on my 2 lights that I bought, and then there's the light on the thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm debating whether to use the light in the treehouse anymore because it has a warm tone on it, so I don't know whether to use it or not anymore. And just to use 2 lights, but it evens out the lighting. It kind of does. So
yeah,
I don't know. And then, depending on what kind of video I'm doing, I have to move the table. So if I'm doing an unboxing, I usually have to move the table, push it closer to the chair, so then I can put the camera behind it. So I've limited space. So I'm looking at getting a smaller tables, so I can leave everything set up and not have to worry about moving it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually not using any room lights at the moment. I just have a curtain closed here because otherwise my face would be all overexposed. And I have a light here that I got in Woody's. It's a hardware store, literally just there, and it's using an LED bulb. And that's it, my entire setup. And I'm back editing in Final Cut as well.
So that laptop, did you get it? You get to keep it, or do you have to give it back and then take it back when you start college again?
No, I get to keep it for another year at least. So,
okay.
And I'm not editing on it anymore. I literally only edit on it when I'm on the go now.
Oh, okay. So if you're at home, you're only using Final Cut.
Yeah, I only use it for thumbnails now because I use Photoshop. But essentially, since I'm at home working all the time now, I'm using a desktop, which means since I'm keeping the laptop, I'm considering the M1 Mac Mini.
Ooh.
Because I don't need boot camp.
Oh, yeah, because you have the Windows computer now. So would you, include what display and stuff like that? Would you, the accessories and all that?
So I would need to get myself a new keyboard probably. But that's not a deal breaker. I can get one like for 20 euros on eBay or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or I can keep using my current keyboard. That wouldn't matter. Since we have a spare Magic keyboard around the house.
Oh, okay.
I'd be able to keep using my Magic mouse. I literally just need a monitor, and I get a student discount. I can get one for like 100 euros off Dell.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, 1080p, 24 inches.
The Mac Mini, the base one, is that 600 or 700 euro?
That's 700 euro, but I get 14% off all Macs.
I only got 10.
Yeah, so I get 14% off all Macs. So if you do the maths, I'd have way more than enough to get myself a nice monitor.
Yeah, that's good then. You get to experience, be part of the M1 gang.
Yeah, I mean, then there's the debate. If I'm buying into a new Mac, I want to have it for the long haul. I mean, this is 6 years old and
Yeah,
it's still editing 4K footage fine.
yeah.
It actually exports faster than my laptop now. But
Wait, how did that happen? Before it crashed and burned?
yeah, I know. I gave it a factory reset and it's fine now, whatever the reason.
Okay.
Of course, I was trying to export 8K footage on it.
Oh God.
So here's the deal. I'm considering, since this is going to be a big purchase and I want it to work for the long haul, I'm considering holding out for the 32-inch iMac Pro,
Ooh. Yeah, see,
the
that's the thing.
M1X. I want to hold out for that because I know it's going to cost an arm and a leg, but I'd really love the extra screen real estate in Final Cut.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely running out of screen real estate with this iMac.
Mine's 27 inches and it's great. That's why the main reason I've always gone for the 15-inch and now 16-inch, and then the 27-inch in this was screen real estate. I like the big screens, even just for watching content and stuff. And then the editing as well, obviously. It's just nice. When I was editing on my M1 MacBook Pro, the 13-inch one, earlier, back in November, December. Oh my God. I love the machine itself, love it. The screen size, it was so cramped. I was so used to 27-inch and 15 inches, that 13 inches felt tiny.
To be honest, I'm used to editing off a laptop, and I was considering trading this iMac in for a 2017 MacBook Air.
It wouldn't be a bad idea if you can get a good bit off the price of the Air.
I mean, I can get it for about 500, and I know it's not going to be the newest design, and I know all that, dated hardware, but it has an SD card slot. It has 128 gigs of storage. Not ideal.
I forgot the Air got redesigned 2018.
Yeah, but I edit constantly off these hard drives, Western Digital Element drives.
Yeah.
I have about 4 terabytes worth of it, which is going to fill up very shortly.
I recently got a Western Digital drive as well the other day, so I could finally back up my iMac, which I already did, so I can finally make that video of upgrading my iMac.
Yeah, it's I think with you have great ideas, but you're not good at executing them.
It's my motivation, basically.
It's the
motivation
I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. And it's actually, I'm really happy with this laptop because, can I just say, people dump all over Intel and all that, which is fair. Intel isn't ideal. But can I just say, for reference, I edited an 8K video on this, and I live streamed the edit in Premiere Pro using OBS on YouTube, all off this i5 laptop.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. Windows does a lot better job of the cooling and all that, and making sure that it has decent spec for the price kind of thing. So I'm not really surprised. Windows laptop did that pretty well.
I mean, it's 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of NVMe SSD storage, and then i5. So it's not the best of the best, but people jump all over Intel, and yet this can do all that without any hassle.
Yeah, it's just the M1 hype is making people dump all over Intel. It's just compared to the M1, it's bad, but it's not a overall bad.
Oh no, it's not horrible. I've definitely seen worse out there. I mean, even i3s are quad cores now, and they're really good performers now.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hopefully, with Intel and M1, they will step up their game more. Hopefully, just to improve, with the thermals and stuff like that. Hopefully they can do it.
I'm definitely. So that's where I'm at with the M1X iMac. I want to hold out for the M1X iMac because this isn't going to die on me anytime soon. I've fully accepted that. I could do an SSD upgrade. I could do that, but it's not worth the effort. You know, it's
Oh, that
the
one's way, yeah.
it's a 5-year-old iMac. It's not worth the effort. You know, it's gonna die eventually. And if the iMac died on me tomorrow, I had to edit off something.
Maybe the
I
Windows
just-
laptop.
I just have the Windows laptop, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be replacing the iMac. So like,
Yeah. See, for me, I'm not. I remember if you go, I'm not sure if I said it on the podcast, but if you go back a few months to when we're talking about actually no, probably almost a year now. I was saying I'm going to get the iMac when it's released, and now,
yeah.
and I was going to upgrade it to hold me over till then. But now I've completely flipped over to getting the MacBook instead. And I'm like, oh no, I'm probably going to want the iMac as well. But that's
The reality of it is this: the way Apple Silicon is going, they have two lineups. They have two sections of their lineup: a consumer and a pro lineup.
yeah,
The consumer lineup is the 24-inch iMac and the MacBook Air and the 13-inch MacBook Pro, which isn't even a MacBook Pro anymore. It's literally just a fancy MacBook Air.
Yeah.
Now we can get back into the MacBook Air later. There's some interesting stuff about that.
Yeah.
But then you have the 16-inch MacBook Pro and the 32-inch iMac Pro. Those are going to share the same CPU.
Yeah.
Maybe the iMac Pro might have slightly better I/O, but realistically, what's the difference? There's going to be no CPU difference, so it's just going to be: do you want a portable desktop or a desktop?
Yeah, that's what Apple's doing now because of the power of the M1 chip. Even with the lower end stuff, it's just everything's going to have the same power. Maybe ever so slight differences because of fan and no fan and stuff, or two fans instead of one fan.
The fan doesn't make a difference. The fan doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it's ever so slight of a difference, but because of that, such a similarity of across all devices, now it's just a choice of: do you want portability? Do you want thinness over the Pro? Do you want portability like with power, so like the Pro over the iMac? Or do you just want something that goes on a desk and is powerful, which even the 24-inch iMac can do?
Yeah, exactly. And if I'm being honest here, I don't like the idea of a MagSafe power cord, because this iMac here, I know people say, oh, it's a desktop, you set it up once and you leave it there. No, like this iMac is constantly being moved to the other side of this room, upstairs, downstairs, wherever. So I do like the idea that it's thin and light and portable. But if I'm constantly moving around this iMac and trying to get the ports and stuff, that MagSafe power connector, that's coming out.
Oh, I did not think about that. I wonder, is it stronger though? Because it's a big, large circle. It's probably a stronger
It's a big,
magnet.
large. Yeah, but how strong can a magnet actually be? Like if you start moving a desktop around the desk, sure, it's a desktop, you're not going to move it. But to get the ports, you have to move it.
On an iMac, yeah. The only other option would be to get, the way people have gotten, ever since the existence of these iMacs, there's been people that have gotten those dongles that plug into the back and put the ports in the front underneath. So unless you went that route, but apart from that,
even just adjusting the screen, the thing's gonna come out.
Probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it's like, because they don't.
Yeah,
I'm sure they thought about it.
At launch, it won't come out because the magnets will be strong, but over time, magnets do wear out. So you're gonna have to go out. You're gonna have to go out and buy another power cable.
Well, how else are they gonna make money?
That's also how they make money with the Ethernet port. No, I have an unpopular opinion. I prefer the white bezels.
I like on the design of the current iMac. I like the white bezels.
I like the white bezels on this. I would love white. Oh yeah, for audio listeners, you're missing out. I just pointed to my 10.5-inch iPad Pro. have to be conscious that there's people who listen as well as that.
You tend to forget, yeah.
I would love white bezels on my iPhone 10.
I would like white bezels on the iPad and the phone, but the only thing about them is the Face ID sensors are going to be a bit.
Oh, I'd love to see my Face ID sensors. I need a new screen protector anyway, so I'm getting one with a white bezel so I can put it on my phone.
Okay.
Just to prove my points.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really care really much for the phone and the iPad, but for the Mac, it looks good. I'm getting into that Air.
A majority of the time, you're going to be looking at the iMac with the screen turned on. Obviously, you know, in podcasts and stuff, if it's just in the background of videos like this, it's going to be, going to show the white bezels. But even I can just do this, and it'll turn on.
Except for M1, it'll be instant.
How long? Yeah, exactly. Takes that long. Yeah, exactly. But M1 it would be instant. But yeah.
Yeah, I have that issue with my current. I have that issue with my MacBook and my iMac. The 2013 that MacBook I have, it takes a solid 10 seconds before it turns on.
And then I have to wait for the Apple Watch to unlock it.
Oh, I have. I think I turned it off or just stopped working or something. It doesn't do it anymore.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work half the time. An audience submitted question actually. What do we think of AirTags being hacked, in air quotes, by a researcher?
Not surprised. Everything always gets hacked. As soon as a new product comes out, it gets hacked. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't surprised. This researcher was just showing, yeah, no, AirTag can be hacked. What's new?
Yeah, there's anything can be hacked. There's a difference between saying something is more secure than something else and saying something is unhackable. Nobody has said anything made by Apple is unhackable. Well, uneducated people probably would, but it's when we say Apple is more secure, we do not mean it's unhackable. We just mean it's harder to get into.
It is harder to get into. I trust Apple so much I don't use an antivirus on my Mac.
Oh, same. I've never used
antivirus. I have one on my Windows laptop. That's the difference.
Yeah, see my do you know the way good few years ago, I think it was back in 2012, 2013, the crypto locker virus that was going around.
Yeah.
My dad's laptop got that. And yes, it's a Windows computer, it was Windows 7. And that was he uses one laptop for all the business stuff and all his personal stuff. So he ended up he got his stuff back, thankfully. And also payroll said to him, do you want to do a backup just before he got the virus? So he did. So thankfully he had a backup of the payroll, and then the other stuff the guy was able to retrieve it for him. But
that's good. Yeah.
That got I think he ended up having to get a whole new hard drive or something. And then
you'll have to
get rid of the virus. Yeah. But I remember thinking, I don't need a virus from a computer. And I just that was probably was a bit stupid. I was a bit naive then, but it worked out. They didn't get it.
Macs have always been more secure because of the way Apple runs their operating system. It's so locked down that you can't even get into the code even if you wanted to. Whereas Windows, all it takes is a few commands in terminal, and I wipe my whole system. Yeah,
you see, some people see that as a disadvantage for Macs and that as an advantage for Windows. But then if you do care about security or anything, then you probably be like, okay, maybe I'll be okay with that disadvantage if it keeps my computer more secure.
I mean, what programs do I use on my Mac? That I've downloaded. I use Office. I use Zoom. I don't even use Zoom on this anymore. I have to delete that. Discord, WhatsApp, and Final Cut, and Notion.
Oh, you've been using Notion?
I used it every day to plan out my videos and stuff since I'm full-time now. Got to throw that in again.
It's great Notion. I actually have to make a video around that. It'd be great for students and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Even I have to make a video around that. It's one that's on my video ideas. I have a lot of idea lists. I mean, about a lot of ideas on my list. It's just actually recording them.
Yeah, you're great at coming up with ideas, but you're not great at actually doing them.
Yeah. I just need to get into a rhythm somehow.
I mean, if I'm being honest here, I can show this on the video podcast because I can. This is what I used for my exams. I was able to, for reference for the audio listeners, you're missing out again. Notion. I was able to do all my timetable stuff. For tech quiz, I'm able to plan out my videos, my content strategies, my assets, my Apple event strategy, which let's not leak that. That's how I can get my videos up so fast.
Good. That's cool. I need to learn how to do all those, like all that formatting, because I still haven't gotten a hang of that yet.
So, you've been using AirTags. What are your opinions?
I haven't. All the things I've lost are like my phone, and I've lost the keys once or twice, but I don't have the connection to them. And they're not my keys; they're the shed keys, so I wouldn't have them on it anyway. But I think it's good. It's apart from the thing that you can't really attach it to anything out of the box. Apart from that, it's actually pretty good. I tried testing it around in the garden. I have a pretty big garden, pretty big open garden, and obviously there's not everyone. Obviously, there's no like Apple devices around to do that pinging thing. So it actually does get out of range pretty easily around here. There is a certain part of the house where I go around that it loses connection completely. You have to walk around till it says connection and then connection. The speaker is actually pretty loud, but I put it in my laptop bag to see it, and I could not hear it. I had to be almost beside the laptop bag to hear it. So it's no good if you leave your laptop bag behind somewhere and you're close to it but far away from it, if you know what I mean. You have to be nearly right up next to it to hear it, and I honestly find that I know that's kind of a bit unfair because it's in a laptop bag and that's full of other stuff, and obviously that's going to the sound. But maybe there's some way they could amplify it or something when it's inside something.
I mean, I'm looking at I might get one without like a keychain, and I might just shove it down in this pocket here. I'm also looking at getting another one for my camera bag. So
I wish I had it for my camera bag back in freaking second year of college. My camera got taken on me.
That's not ideal. But, so it's not.
You see, that's the issue that not having a built-in way of connecting it to something has caused. You have to put it in the bag rather than outside on the bag. So it means that you can't hear it when it's in the bag unless you're like nearly quite close to it.
Well, all you need to do is spend more than the AirTag on an accessory, and then you can find your stuff.
Just give Apple more money.
That's pretty much it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did an AirTags 2 in a couple of years and just added it in the out of the box way of attaching it to something.
That's about reasonable. I mean, I can show this on camera. I have this here, the €3 accessory here, like on AliExpress, and it does exactly what an AirTag will do. I can go here. I can go into my proprietary app because that's how Chinese companies do things. And I can click alarm. And I can't replace the battery on this, so when it dies, I just throw it out and get another one.
Oh, okay.
And it's called iTag.
Of course.
That's legitimately the out-of-box name for it.
I'm surprised Apple hasn't sued them.
There we go. iTag.
I'm surprised Apple hasn't sued them for that.
Oh
But
no,
yeah,
you're just waiting for it.
but yeah, like the navigation, everything is actually quite good once it connects to it, and then it finds it, and they're like arrows and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
it
it is very handy.
and it vibrates when you get close to it as well. So it's the phone starts vibrating when you get close to the tracker. So it's overall, I like them. I think they're good. They're just that one issue of having to put it inside of something because they don't give you something out of the box to connect it to something makes it kind of almost useless.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I'd be able to find a use for it, like without having to buy extra tags. But I was actually looking at buying 4 AirTags or buying at least 1 AirTag, and going on AliExpress, and they have attachments there. So I think I'm going to go on AliExpress and get an attachment,
that's a good
and
point,
then
actually.
wait till that attachment comes and get myself an AirTag, and just replace my €3 tag.
They're already in PC World.
AirTags.
Yeah, I was in PC World the other day looking for
Oh wow.
the hard drive, and I was looking at the accessories, and they have AirTags there. They can just go in and like the other way they have the clear
Yeah.
boxes and the item inside of it
Yeah.
in their box. Yeah, they have AirTags there. I was like, oh,
That is
okay.
that is a really impressive thing now, because it takes a while for us to get things here,
Yeah.
because we don't really exist in the eyes of Apple.
Yeah.
Speaking of we don't get things, when is Apple Card coming to Ireland?
I don't know. I really want it, but
as soon as Apple Card comes to Ireland, I will be getting Apple Card.
But you need how do you build up a credit score? Because I'm sure you need to have a certain credit score to
No,
have it.
so long as you're 18 in Ireland,
Really?
you get a credit card.
Oh, really?
I'll be renting as well, so I also have that to back me up.
Okay, I definitely want to get it when it gets here. Hopefully it won't be like 5 years down the line.
You see, what they need to do is, because it has to be supported by a bank, they have to get a bank who support it here. So
yeah. And also all the laws and stuff as well.
Yeah, credit scores don't really exist in Ireland. So long as you show that you have been able to, that you haven't been in debt for the last 5 years, you'll get a loan.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know. Maybe that's an American thing then. I thought here we have credit scores.
Credit scores are only in an American thing. That's only in American things.
Interesting. So I'll definitely be getting it as soon as it comes out. So.
Yeah. If you don't go into debt because of your iMac purchase.
No, I think I'll be buying I think I'll just upgrade this one and keep this one for a bit longer and get the MacBook instead, and then that'll hold me over for a bit longer. And the MacBook Air, the new one that's been rumored recently.
Ooh, yeah. I would buy that. I would legitimately buy it.
Which color?
I think I'd go for silver.
Ooh,
or blue.
That's pretty clean. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still curious of what the iMac colors look like in real life, because as we know with the iPhones, they made them look real saturated and nice looking. But
I don't think they'll look as vibrant.
Yeah,
they'll be more of a. Keep in mind they're going to be on the aluminum, so I think they're going to be like a muted tone. So if you can imagine the iPad Air colors, that's essentially what the iMac colors will be on the front.
Yeah, probably. I think everybody's having a big freak out over the white and then the pink and then the red. Like I have been going on about the red and the pink. But it's probably going to be closer to pink in real life anyway, that it's probably going to be like the iPhone's red.
Yeah, I definitely, if it was red all the way around, I'd definitely be on board with that. Or if the blue was the dark blue all the way around, I'd be on board with that.
I was thinking of doing a video of transforming my iMac into an M1. Now, not putting the M1 in there because I don't want to go as far as taking out the logic board and all that stuff. I don't want to risk damaging that.
Don't you want to do don't you want to do a Nick and Sweeney and put your iMac in put your iMac in a G4 Cube?
No, I will mess that up bad.
Or you could just commission him to do one for you.
Get him to record the video, and then I just edit it and upload it. Nick's taking over my YouTube channel for today.
Well, it's not a bad idea. Commission them.
But yeah, I think I'm not going to put the M1 in it. That's just going to be no. It's too much work. Well, not too much work. It's just I don't want to risk damaging the computer or something. If I'm going to be getting an M1 machine in the first place, I may as well just keep the M1 machine. Like, what's the point? And
I mean, I've been looking at the idea because the 21.5-inch iMac hasn't changed. So, in theory, I'd be able to get a 21.5-inch logic board for the newer one, the 2017 model, put it in this, and there shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, you could do that. So it's like, that was a, But yeah, getting back to the MacBook Air.
Oh yeah, that.
What what color would you? Oh, you already asked that. You already answered that.
No, I'd say I'd go for the blue. Like, if the blue on the iMac turns out to be nice, I'd essentially think it would be exactly like the iPad Air, and I could get behind that.
Yeah, and look, then the whole thing of Apple separating consumer and pro with something like the colors, I wouldn't mind. People are not going went mad over the iMac having that, and they're like, I hope the MacBook doesn't get this. But honestly, it's fine if they want to do that. Like the average consumer likes a little bit of flair to their computer, I would say.
Sure, look at every crappy Windows laptop you see in PC world. They're all red.
Yeah, they're all some kind of a color. That's probably the other reason people don't like it, is because they're like, oh, now it's like every Windows computer ever, like where, especially the cheap ones.
Yeah, but the difference is they're not made of plastic that scratches on day one.
Yeah. It's all, actually, the front is all glass now. Even the chin.
Oh, I forgot about that. So actually, no, I'm not a fan of that. I am not a fan of that.
Oh my God, was that? I just realized that's probably one of the reasons they didn't put the Apple logo on it. I know they can put an Apple logo in glass, but that's probably one of the reasons they didn't do it.
No, they could have easily done it like the iPhone 10.
Yeah, I know they can do it, but I wonder, maybe was that one of the reasons? Maybe it's slightly cheaper or something, not having to put it in the glass.
Oh, come on, they don't need to save money. They do not need to save money. Apple could charge $2,000 for that thing, and they already do, and people are still buying it.
Yeah, it's because the M1.
Yeah,
it's the M1. That's the main reason.
If I was to go for an M1 machine, though, it would be the Mac Mini, because there's the best I/O, and it just, it's just the best overall machine for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still holding out hope for an iMac Pro, though. Just to be able to say, yeah, I got an iMac Pro.
You see, now, hopefully, do you want to talk about WWDC?
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people seem to believe that the 14-inch MacBook Pro will be coming out with that.
No, it's only software at WWDC.
And usually it is, but maybe not to buy, but maybe to just show it. Like to just announce it and then have it available later in the year.
What I think they'll do is they'll just show the M2 chip. That's all they'll do. They'll just show they'll show their roadmap for the next couple of years with CPUs. Maybe. And that's it. They won't release any new Macs, but they will release a new CPU, like Intel does, since it's a developer conference.
It wouldn't be the first time, though, they've done that. The Retina MacBook Pro, they announced at WWDC.
Yeah.
Back in 2012.
They could easily show a sneak peek at the new iMac Pro like they did in 2017.
Yeah, like just something, that's what I meant. Just something like that where they show you how it is, the performance, and then they say available at blah, blah, blah at the end of the year somewhere.
And then give Marquez like 5 minutes to take footage of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you hear that they don't like the edited versions of the events?
No, they don't. What? Why?
It's mainly because they can't control the narrative, I'd say.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Like, yeah.
They
But
can't.
then again,
But they could.
what could they do? Like, they're not going to stop Marquez from going plugging out the iMac at the events and just turning it around back so you can take footage of it.
Yeah. But like I'd say if they want to keep the whole media being able to come down to their controlled lighting, their controlled everything,
Yeah.
not being able
They
to do certain things with it and stuff like that.
They could easily just do it so that they could easily just do it. You have a certain date and an appointment to come down and do it.
That's what I was going to say. They could just have the virtual event and then have a set date for everyone to come down. They all just come down that day, or like the way they usually do the whole week.
Or they just hold a separate event for them.
Yeah, where they just go down and just look at it and they get briefed on it, and they could just do that. So then we can get our nice edited event, and they can still get their media attention they want.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's actually better for them to do it this way. They get the media attention on the event day. The event day, the days leading up to the event, the days the products drop for the reviewers, the days everyone else gets the products, and then any damage or anything, they get attention for any problems.
Yeah.
So it's actually better for the companies to do it this way for a long-term strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it makes it easier on us content creators to space out things.
I know John Prosser leaked the embargo dates for
the iMac and the iPad.
I have all my videos scheduled.
Actually, I keep telling myself I want to do a wish list like video for iOS 15 or iPadOS 15 and all that. But then I'm just thinking, is there really any points? There's probably a lot of them on there. Maybe I should do more of a this is what they should do rather than wish list.
The way I see it is this. If you think you want to make a video, make it. There's no question about it. There's no, should I make this video? If a video comes into your head, sit down in front of the camera, start to film, and halfway through the filming, if you're not getting anywhere, scrap the video. Of course, that's easier said than done because, I have it all just set up here.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All I have to do is just push this light down. And I hit my head off this light every single time I stand up.
Oh, God.
It is gruesome.
Yeah. Oh, I found AirPods Max for €450 in adverts.
Oh? Is that brand new?
They claim it's new, like it's in pristine condition. It's the black ones.
You could, you'd be able to take a look at them anyways before you bought them. That kind of makes me feel like, oh no, what about these? But these are still $250, so they're still €200 cheaper. Well, that's a lot better of a price. I think you should be saving money.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm not going to buy them because I'm probably going to wait. I'm not going to buy them anyway, but it looks like they're gone.
Oh yeah, those would have been snatched up pretty fast.
Either that or he realized how much money he was losing.
No, if they're going to sell them for that cheap, they know what they're doing.
600. Yes, so here they have 600 and 579. So that's not much cheaper.
Yeah, I'm not buying AirPods Max. I'm not buying AirPods 3. I already have these on my head. And I also have these and these. I already have too many headphones.
I sent my AirPods Pro off the other day to get to Apple. I wanted to get them replaced under the repair program because on Apple Support the app.
Yeah.
They said they were getting them replaced on the repair program because they had ANC issues. They still had those software bug where the controls are all messed up. The volume half done, one of them, and then even more recently, one of them stopped charging for randomly out of nowhere. And then both of them wouldn't charge, and I stopped using them for a few weeks. When I went to bring it to them, and I was telling them it wouldn't charge or whatever, and I was looking they were looking at all that, and then I just looked down my phone, and in the widget it tells me one of them is charging. Like, you do this now in front of the employees? Stop. But anyway, I think only one is charging anyway.
Yeah.
Because only one of them was charging. So still, it still does have a charging problem. And then she's saying to me, "Oh, but this isn't what the repair program is for. So we can't guarantee that they will replace them."
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, they really. She said, if you want to, you can try and go through the consumer law thingy where it's 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're not being like, "Oh, you can't replace them." They're just saying
there's no guarantee.
Yeah, and that if they gave me another route if it doesn't. But hopefully they will, because their replacements I got in just before Christmas, and they already got more problems.
Yeah, that's not really acceptable, so it's not.
I'm thinking of making a rant video about this.
Well, it would probably do good, so it would.
Probably, but they said they'd be ringing tomorrow to let me know what's happening. If they charge me for them, I don't know if I'd still get them replaced. It'd probably depend on the price.
What about AirPods?
That's making me think.
Yeah. What about AirPods 3? You should just wait for AirPods 3. It's not going to be worth it.
I don't know.
If they fix it for free, go for it. But otherwise, just wait for AirPods 3. They drop on the 18th.
Will they have noise cancelling as good as the Pro? See, I was hoping that when I got mine replaced, that the noise cancelling would go back to as being as good as the original noise cancelling. Nope, it barely improved from the crappy what that update did to the noise cancelling. It barely improved them, and then that happened. So
yeah, I don't know. So I don't.
It's for one of they cost €280 when
they're not cheap.
Go up them, like, for God's sake, they should be replacing them for free. And
yeah,
I got them replacing the warranty, no problem, the first time.
Yeah.
Well, now the replacements are acting up. They should be replaced for free as well, because I'm not the reason that happened. That they started doing that. We'll see what happens anyway.
Well, at least I know I'm going to get a good podcast clip out of this now.
So hopefully hopefully they'll just replace them, because also they don't even replace the case.
Oh, yikes.
Like the last time they didn't replace the case, they just replaced the earphones. They don't replace the case, and they checked if it was charging. I was like, okay, but they don't even replace the case. And what if the case is the reason they're not charging?
Yeah, like the case is probably the reason they're not charging. They're better off just to send you a new unit. Yeah. I bet you now, if we had an Apple store in Ireland, if you went to a legitimate, like, proper Apple store,
they'd probably just replace them on the spot.
They'd replace them on the spot.
Probably that's what they do. We do have one. It's just in the north, which is technically not Ireland, but
we're not going to get into that because that gets very political very fast.
Yeah, but like we do have one, but it's all the way the other side of the country to Victoria Square.
Do you want to make a road trip out of it?
Rent a Tesla. I rented a Tesla for a week to replace my AirPods Pro.
You could get a review out of it. Rent out the new Model X.
Yeah, the X or the S, and just that'd be funny.
Yeah,
hitting two birds with one stone.
Then again, the video will probably never end up getting made anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Probably. Also, I don't have my own driver's license, so my mom and dad will have to come with me. So that's another problem. I'm still waiting on my test for my driver's license. My cousin just got his and passed his, so hopefully I'm going to be getting mine soon.
Oh, joy. That would be fun. The iMac is dead to me, and I'm probably failing maths.
Yeah, so hopefully that will all not be as good. And we'll see, we'll have updates on my AirPods Pro next week. So
if we do an episode next week.
Yeah.
Actually, point on that. I'm doing this full time now, so you can expect episodes every week. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to hold myself to it.
I love me too as well. I love
And-
myself as well.
And if Stefano can't, if Stefano can't show up, I'm going to end up doing it on my own. If we can't do it, I'm guaranteeing an episode every single week, minimum.
Yeah. Hopefully, if we can do it in the mornings, it should be okay because we lost another stock in the shop. So I have to go in. I only have 1 day off now a week. So hopefully, if you're in the mornings, it should be grand. So
I'm off work because COVID. So
yeah.
Lovely.
Okay.
So, yeah. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode. If you'd like to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, or if you're on Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating, even if you didn't listen to the episodes. Thank you very much. And leave us a positive comment. And we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.
See ya.